See, he wouldn't. See, that's the thing too. Like, he wouldn't say these type of things if we're standing next to each other. You know?
After the NickMercs Call of Duty situation where NickMercs was simply just saying to leave children alone, has nothing to do with Call of Duty. He wasn't responding to a Call of Duty player. He wasn't responding to a Call of Duty tweet. None of that. They removed NickMercs from the game of Call of Duty. And then he had a lot of people, of course, like Hasan, like, I don't know, people like Pokimane and those other streamers who were very, very left-leaning, of course, attacked NickMercs for simply saying leave children alone, because you can't have Pride Month without having people naked in front of children, right? Like, what's the point in even having Pride Month if you can't be naked in front of children? It sucks all the fun out of it if you can't groom children while celebrating Pride Month. Like, what's even the point? That's what it seems like these weirdos are saying. And, you know, it's the same thing that happened in Florida, man. They banned certain things, like egregious acts that you can't do to children, and then they just totally cancel Pride Month, Pride parades in Florida. It's so weird what these people will defend and what these people will attack, where NickMercs simply says leave children alone, and Call of Duty instantly, with the snap of a finger, removes his skins from the game. And shout out to Tim the Tatman. At first it seemed like Tim the Tatman was going to ride the fence on this thing, and then he ended up defending NickMercs and also saying, hey, remove my skin from the game as well if you're going to remove NickMercs. But like I said, people like Hasan, of course, were attacking NickMercs and attacking the people like DrDisRespect and Tim the Tatman, who were defending NickMercs for what he said, because he just said leave children alone. It should be universally accepted. It should be universally encouraged to also agree that we should leave the children alone. Like, there should be no one disagreeing with that. There should be nobody saying, no, actually, we need children involved in sexuality conversations. Nobody should be saying that. But of course, people like Hasan will be saying that. Let's check out what Hasan had to say in response to DrDisRespect, and then we'll talk about what DrDisRespect actually said in response to Hasan. Absolutely obliterated him. Hasan gets embarrassed once again. Let's check this out.
Yes, he's more loyal to NickMercs having his skin than his own wife. I know.
Like who's this fat phony? Hasan? Hasan?
Let's get it, baby.
This fat phony. He's so concerned about everything. He's concerned about the 2-time and what it's like. These people, man. This guy wouldn't let. See, he wouldn't. See, that's the thing too. Like, he wouldn't say these type of things if we're standing next to each other. You know, he wouldn't.
I think we're clear.
Because he knows there's repercussions.
See, I'm with DrDisRespect here, man. The internet has ruined a lot of people. They feel so comfortable with talking shit when they know that they wouldn't do that in real life. And it has nothing to do with a size difference or anything like that, because I think Hasan's a pretty big dude, and I think DrDisRespect is as well. So I don't even think it's anything to do with that. I think it's just simply the fact that there could be physical repercussions, and it makes people so comfortable on the internet and online to say just whatever they want about people, like Hasan did about DrDisRespect. It makes people so comfortable online to say it because they know that they can't be any physical repercussions. But whereas in real life, you'd be a lot more respectful to everyone. You'd be a lot more respectful of everyone's opinions because there could be physical repercussions. And I think that makes the online discourse about these sort of things, about these type of topics, just way worse and way more toxic, because there are no repercussions. There can't be any repercussions. You can't reach through the computer screen and punch someone in the face. So everyone just gets so disrespectful and so toxic, like off the rip, because they know that there's nothing you can do about it. So Hasan just immediately attacks people who are supporting NickMercs for saying leave children alone, for leave children out of it. He's immediately just attacking them, instead of, if they were in real life, if there was no internet, he would at first probably try to respectfully understand their position. Whereas, you know, nowadays he's just like, yeah, F you. Like, you can't even be loyal to your life. You're more loyal to NickMercs than you are to your wife. It's just ridiculous, man, what these people are allowed to get away with. Face star NickMercs was heavily criticized on social media for saying they should leave little children alone to a tweet showing a protest over Pride Month being recognized in a school. This resulted in Call of Duty removing his bundle from MW2 and Warzone, an action that DrDisRespect called an embarrassing one, as he uninstalled the game and pledged to not play it until NickMercs receives an official apology. And everyone out there also should do the same. You should all uninstall the game and don't play it, don't buy any DLCs or anything like that until they reinstate NickMercs into the game, if they ever do that. If they don't do it, never play the game again. I don't think it's that good anyway. It's kind of similar to the Bud Light situation. The beer's not that good anyway. So if you're also going to do immoral things, if you're also going to go against my principles, I'm not going to drink it, and everybody else should do the same. And it's the same thing with Call of Duty. The game's not that good anymore, man. The game is not that good. So if it's not that good, and they do stupid things like ban NickMercs and take NickMercs out of the game for saying leave children alone, you probably just shouldn't play the game. It's not that hard to just stop playing a very mid to low tier game. Hasan reacted to his decision on stream and criticized it, saying he's more loyal to NickMercs having his skin than his own wife. DrDisRespect and his fans did not appreciate Hasan digging up 2 times past in such a manner, and he addressed the comment on his own live stream. The doc stated, just worry about yourself and what's close to you in regards to the comments Hasan made. He continued calling Hasan a fat phony among other things, and concluded that Hasan wouldn't say these type of things if we were standing next to each other because he knows there are repercussions. And then some people responded to what DrDisRespect had to say in response to Hasan. Doc spitting straight facts, wrote one viewer, while another player commented a similar sentiment. Hasan and his viewers are so cringe. Honestly, I can't imagine possibly watching Hasan. Like, how do you find any entertainment from watching Hasan? It doesn't make any sense to me. All the guy does is read chat and say yeah afterwards in response to his chat. It's so boring. Hasan is just as big, if not bigger than Doc, so why does he think he can intimidate him into speaking his mind? Also, why is it the first line of defense when someone questions his ideas and actions to tell a cringe, wrote another viewer. I don't think it's about the size difference. Like I said, it's just simply about the threat of physical violence if you do disrespect someone like that. Like, it doesn't matter if Hasan is 6'5" and he's talking to a guy that's 5'5", there could still be physical repercussions if you disrespect someone like that. It just wouldn't happen in real life. It just wouldn't. Hasan just wouldn't do that. Hasan has not responded to DrDisRespect's comment yet. Currently, it seems that a lot of the live streamer's attention is on the Kick deal with XQC, which Hasan stated will make Kick face more scrutiny. Let me know what you think in the comments about DrDisRespect's response to what Hasan said. Like I said, man, not a fan of Hasan. Not a huge fan of DrDisRespect either. Not because I disagree with anything that he thinks. I just don't really watch streamers like that anymore. But let me know what you're thinking about DrDisRespect's response to Hasan calling him out for supporting NickMercs.